Yeah, so maybe it's not as simple as I'm gonna make it seem on this video. But my career field doesn't have a lot of estimating videos in it and on it, and definitely back whenever I was looking into it after getting into the Air Force, or getting out of the Air Force 6 years ago, it definitely was not a lot on being an estimator and specific types of estimating too. So an estimator versus, an estimator who works for a subcontractor versus an estimator who works for a general contractor, and estimators who work for larger size general contractors versus smaller size general contractors, and larger size and smaller size subs. There was a few things here and there, like one or two things that I found in videos that weren't even specifically on estimating, like a few things on civil engineering and engineering in general, just because that's what this career field is in. I was able to kind of scrape a little here and there on estimating as a job and as a career, but not much. Which is why I thought that this was perfect for starting a channel about, and now beyond that, starting a company related to teaching people about estimating and just sharing knowledge, basically, and getting people to where they can go into someone's job somewhere and apply. But the reason why I say this is because I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm always surfing, and there's a ton of different channels and videos on nursing, for instance, or even doctors now, for instance. Like, plenty of videos that are way up there, and for estimating it's not a lot. Like, for even different disciplines in construction, there are a decent amount of videos on construction workers and different various positions that are on the hands-on portion. But the people who are behind the scenes, let's say a controller who would help an estimator out, and they are normally women, but can be pretty, whoever, but for whatever reason, I've mostly seen controllers as women who help you put, your information into computers and this, that, and the third. I don't really see them on YouTube like that, or I'm not, probably here and there project managers, just because PMs there's a ton of them. There's so many different disciplines, but PMs for construction specifically, they're out there. But again, back to you, estimators. Yeah, lacking. So this is basically to go out to estimators who are just surfing YouTube or whatever. Start sharing your information too on YouTube, so that more people, but specifically younger people, are getting interested into the field, and it's a lot more decent than a bunch of there's a bunch of videos on being an Amazon driver, or working in Amazon in a warehouse or fulfillment center, or whatever you call it, or working for Walmart, or working for a gas station or something like that. There's tons of videos like that. But for such a high paying career, especially in a career field where there's a lack of labor, or a lack of people to actually fill the positions, like, this is what should be getting talked about. Because I mean, most of the videos to where people are, you know, on the lower or in the lower end occupations, like I was just naming out, are going to be complaining about how much it sucks anyways. So not only does the job suck, but it also doesn't pay you much. So a career field like estimating, to where you can make well over 6 figures and start, you know, getting maybe even over 200,000 eventually in your career, that's good. That beats minimum wage. Like, that beats a lot of other salary, you know, hourly or whatever other different positions that are out there. Gig work. Most of the gig work videos that are out there for Uber and DoorDash and other, you know, other different, you know, gig software or whatever, work, jobs, however you want to put those. People are mostly going on and complaining about how much it sucks. Like, which is kind of understandable. And like the fact that you're putting so much wear on your car, which, I mean, yeah, you are for a job too. That's definitely for sure, especially if you have a long job like I do right now, which is why I'm able to have the time to make these videos while I drive. But, you know, it's worse. Either way, whatever. Most of those are complaints. I mean, do I have complaints about my job? Of course, but it also compensates very well to where the complaints are somewhat null and void, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, hey, what I can do is put the info out there. What I can do is make the videos and try and see who comes to watch and see, learn, take something, you know, actually make an actionable step, like making a channel on estimating or another closely related discipline like maybe project management, and just kind of see what happens. You know. But I'm definitely getting a lot of feedback on my channel, and whether that is through people coming to my school, which is posted in the description below, or, you know, ask me about different products on my website, which is also linked in the description below, or going and hitting them digits below, which is of course in the description, and trying to get into contact with me about consulting and either getting them trained up on an interview that they're going into, or whatever other domain, just basically getting into estimating in general. But people are interested in estimating. They see the value. I can tell you, and you'll start learning from what I say, especially whenever I start mentioning, you know, hard facts like salary or something like that. But of course, all of that stuff is able to be looked up as well. All of the positions that I talk about, all of the different software that I talk about, all of this stuff, you can do the research once you actually hear it, but you have to actually learn it from somebody and hear it from somebody to know, you know, what's going on. Because before, you know, learning it, or maybe you learned it specifically from this channel, you just wouldn't know. You know, you just be knowing about the other normal stuff, like a mailman or a bus driver or whatever other occupations that you know about. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe. But a lot of sharing, get it out so people in estimating know, you know, make some videos, or at least give me some ideas in the comments or whatever of things that you've run into and things that I can probably relate to, and then I'll maybe make a video on it as well. But All right, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.